Thank you, Jesus.
Who has the final say?
Every ministry has a journey, and so does Praise Chapel Kenya.
Bishop T has always had a vision to start a ministry. And this I knew way before we got married, when we were still dating and I was working in a different organization. I was the first person who did for him a letterhead of a church. By then it was called Restoration Ministries. It didn't exist, it was all in his mind. But from that time onwards, I knew this man, his vision and his desire is to start a ministry.
What was a vision in my heart for many years became a reality in the year 2007, Sunday the 16th of December to be very specific. That is when we held our very first service at Star of the Sea School Hall.
It was a small family having come together. We loved one another.
We had good membership at that time. Mostly was just the location, the bishop's office and the place to worship. So we had to end up renting places, and we had no full control of a place that we did actually initially own.
On February 17th, 2008, the church was officially launched. It was a season of small beginnings.
We had a one-man administrative staff in the name of James Mutevu.
I was the one running up and down, driving, setting up, making tea, doing the banking, withdrawing.
Later on, we took on board Mrs. Mary Mbugwa, who became my secretary and later on became our administrative assistant. Reverend James Imbo joined us in the year 2010. He is now an ordained minister and takes care of our church plant in Voi.
In 2009, through divine providence, Praise Chapel found a new home.
This was a bush. And I remember tukija hapa, tunasunguka kule, tunakaa kule tukaangalia msitu.
The first service in the new sanctuary was held on November 1st, 2009.
When we celebrated our 6th anniversary, which was ushering us into our 7th year, we had a very big milestone when I was ordained as the Bishop of Praise Chapel Kenya. This was officiated by senior city fathers. It was also on this day that we received a prophetic word from one of these city fathers who prophesied that we were going to own this land.
In 2022, that prophecy came to pass when ownership documents were granted by the National Land Commission free of charge.
I think that is one of the things that I always look back and say, truly God answers prayers, because it took years. And I knew the burden that my husband had for acquiring this piece of land. However long it takes sometimes, if God says it's yours, it will always come to pass.
Integrity. With a growing pastoral team, the ministry continues to flourish.
And in principle, you just serve willingly. You see a need and you serve willingly. There is no pressure. And that's something that I really like about the church and the church leadership.
I'm most grateful because I've been able to grow spiritually and in many things.
To see, especially of late, our youth, the way they have grown and they are grounded.
The kind of moral that this church instilled in them has actually made me a very proud parent.
Our pastoral team has also grown with the addition of Reverend Elijah Waini. We also have Pastor Javan Kilele and their spouses. Praise Chapel Kenya's presence right now is in 5 counties: Mombasa, Taita Taveta, Kwale, Siaya, and Busia.
The journey continues, fueled by faith, unity, and a commitment to spreading God's love.
It's never easy. I've seen people come and go in this church. I've seen kids grow to adults. I've seen people getting married in this church. I've seen all sorts of evolution in this church, and it feels so great to having been part of this journey and continuing to be part of this journey.
For us to have members who are being transformed, members who are growing, members who love God and love people, it will take time. But we can trust the process and go slowly but deeper.
Niko chini